Hello guys, this is Bull Cable back with another video. Today we're actually going in with a deck that the person used to win the first ever Clash Royale tournament, and this guy was called Jason. Now, he was a very unexpected winner. I would actually, when I was watching it live, did not expect him to win with this deck. Now, a lot of people are using this deck now just because of, obviously, he's actually managed to win the first ever Clash Royale tournament with it. And so I thought I'd jump in and see if I can win any games with it. So here we are with the first ever replay here. I put it on ×2 for you guys, just to basically have a look and basically go through each card and what its actual purpose is. I actually was watching through all the highlights and noticed that the Elixir Pump is a very key card in terms of winning. It is absolutely vital that you have an Elixir Pump in the deck. I am now at the moment running an Elixir Pump in every single deck I use, so that's why it's just a seriously really good card, and it can be used as a defense, it can be used as to hold Elixir. It's almost like an investment. You invest into the Elixir Pump and it always comes back, especially when you have double Elixir and you have an Elixir Pump up. It is just so good for pushes. So here we go, we try the deck out and we do seem to do very good in this deck. If you guys haven't noticed, it is a very good defensive deck as well, because the giant can act as a distraction and you have all little small elixir cost troops that can be used to back that up and also used for distractions. So we have the goblins obviously to be used as a damage dealer and can be used as a distraction. We've got the archers obviously to take out the air, and it has got a decent amount of air damage troops in as well, and obviously this guy here in that gameplay just marked up a rocket. The only real weakness I could possibly see for this deck is maybe balloons, but it can still be countered if you just watch out. If this guy has balloons and arrows, basically the archers aren't too good at taking out the balloon, and if you have a balloon freeze you can be countered. As you guys will see here, I use the Elixir Pump again to distract that hog, and since we have a lot of little troops we can just place things for defense all the time. He went in a big commitment on the left there to try and rush us down the left, and we were already in the right and we just absolutely pumped this guy. I've actually lost very little battles with this deck, but I have switched this deck up since I started using it, and I've actually made a really good deck, but that's another deck for another video, guys. The hog is all just for a backup. It creates a huge amount of pressure. If you're pushing down, say, the left hand side with a giant and some archers, you could just chuck the hog down the right and it forces them to have to retaliate and do something. Also you could, if you have noticed he hasn't got any barbs or fireballs, you can push with the giant with the hog as well. Barbs are very good at countering the hog, so you really need to watch out and just have a look. I always recommend don't commit on too much of a push until you know what cards the enemy have. I don't like to commit to a push right at the start because it can be countered and then you're just going to end up losing a tower. So I always go in slow at games. I see he's got the ice giant here, so I do lay the giant and start the push. Unfortunately the barbs did not go first beyond the giant, so it means that inferno did take us out. But we are just basically defending as much as we possibly can. We've got that Elixir Pump up. I said well played, but he's got the Ice Wizard. It's not too much of a problem. I lay the goblins to take out that Ice Wizard while the wizard was distracted, and then the goblins go up and finish that Inferno Tower off. The goblins are actually a very good counter to the Inferno Tower because the Inferno can only lock onto one target at once. So I start off with the archers and the Elixir Pump, and I think I might lay the giant. Yes, I lay the giant, and then we've got a nice little push here, and he's got the Inferno back up again. Nice counter, but I lay the hog and see what we can do here, and I think this is actually just a nice trade. I don't think we do much here. Yes, Obviously, none of us have actually done any damage to each other's towers, so it's just a stalemate at the moment. It's going to be a double elixir before anything really happens. As you can see here, the elixir pump saves the day again. While these goblins get a hit, yes, it got one hit in. We're going to get the barbs right at the back now, and here we go. I just told you guys the balloon push is good. That's why we have that elixir pump. We have to use that for distraction. Then we get the arrows in to finish that balloon off. Obviously getting the minion horde to finish that giant, because that's a key thing to take out. He used the arrows efficiently. We're going to have to use the giant as a distraction. Also, if you guys don't know, the giant can be used as a pretty good distraction, just to give you some time to build up some elixir to do other things. Any other card there would have just been a unwise move. A barbarians with the baby dragon and the ice wizard would have been an absolute disaster. We have obviously got a nice big push on the left hand side here. We're going to have to really watch out. I get the arrows in to try and finish that balloon off, and we're doing okay. It gets good damage in, and I was thinking this is not looking good, but we go in with a hog push, minion horde down the right. Everything is pouring in. The minions are doing a really good job. We actually get a really nice push down the right. The minions do seriously good damage to that tower. He was a little bit late in laying them arrows, which I was a little bit surprised at. Obviously we have to seriously watch out for this balloon. He is going to go for this balloon push down one of the sides, and we have to be prepared for that. Here we go, a giant balloon strategy, another. It is pretty good. We've got the minion horde in here, and there's not really much we can do at this moment, and we actually lose the game. So we lost the game. I said, guys, that the barbarian, the balloon is a counter to this deck. It is quite hard to deal with. If he had a freeze there, it would have been even worse. So we did lose one game with this deck, and that's just the way it plays. No deck is perfect, and I think this is another live attack for you guys. And I think this is a 10-minute video of just me playing with the deck, seeing how Jason utilised it. He said he played 2,000 games with this deck, and that's pretty good. So if you play 2,000 games, you've came up with almost every type of deck, and you know how to deal with it. I recommend, guys, if you have a deck that is a counter, don't go for the win. Always play defense and take the draw. If you accept that someone is going to have a better deck than you, you just take the draw if you can. I mean, this was a good decision here. How the two wizards were locked onto my giant. I just laid the goblins for a nice little distraction. He's got an Inferno again. Inferno is a really good counter. See, as you can see here, I went with a hog down the right, while our Inferno was, while our push was down the left, and we actually done good damage to both sides there. So that's great, because we were so lucky that the giant was locked onto the tower first, and we managed to do a really good push there. So he has not damaged our towers at all, and we're going to lay the elixir pump a perfect elixir pump location there, because it drags the hog over way too far to the right, and then it means that the tower to the right hand side can lock on as well and get some damage. As you can see here, another really good use of the goblins, because it was locked on to the barbs, and we got a really good push there. So we're on a really nice push. I go for the hog again to apply pressure. He's going to have to retaliate somehow. And we've got that giant on the base. Things are not looking well. That was a really bad arrow play for me there, but it's only two goblins anyway. And as you can see here, this is not looking good. He's going to lay a skeleton. I'm just going to have to lay the minion horde and the archers. I'm just plowing everything in at this moment, because I knew he has not got anything except for a zap. I knew this, and anything there I laid was not going to get stopped by a zap. So he's actually doing a little bit smart here. He did lay his wizard and he done a really bad freeze there, guys, and I laid the giant to distract that. I needed to do that because it was going to get vital. I just started playing defense at this point. I would take the 1 crown. I was not getting too greedy. I was a really good placement of the barbs there to stop that hog. I laid the minion horde right on top of that inferno tower. We're going down with the hog, and we're going to definitely take that crown out, and then that's just going to be a nice little 2-star for us. We could have completed this if we got another hit in, and I say well played. We were definitely going to finish that off within another second. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe for more Clash Royale videos, guys, and I'll basically see you guys next time. Please try this deck out. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.